Hey, folks, this is Dave Keys, and I can only tell you that when I'm listening to radio, I am listening to Rock On Radio with the one and only Danny Coleman. Check it out.
Hey, we're back.
Are we, though?
We've had some time off over the last
Well, you did.
few months.
That was
I don't
nice.
think so.
You went away and had a nice time, no? Oh.
Really?
Yeah. Are we?
I am speechless
Oh,
right
why?
now with that.
Oh, yeah, well, you told people you were away.
I'm not worried about me being away.
Weren't you the one
But
that
you
was jumping
have
off
also
a bridge?
been unavailable. Is my point. Wow. Welcome to the two-track studios of Deco Entertainment. This is Rock On Radio. I am your host, Danny Coleman. Before we get to the sponsors, I want to tell you, my column this week on New Jersey Stage is on The Mandalorian.
Oh, my buddy the Mandalorian.
There's
Came over
a
from
gentleman.
Germany.
There is a gentleman by the name of Leslie Mandoki from a band called Mandoki Soulmates, and
Out of Germany, right?
he's actually he was living in I want to say either Hungary or Czechoslovakia. Either way, and or maybe it was East Germany. I don't remember, but he was behind the Iron Curtain. Okay, and he told me the story, and I had forgotten about it, but he told me the story, and you'll read this if you go to NewJerseyStage.com and you look it up. But he told me the story of how when he was 16 years old, he said it was the worst year of his life. His father lost his battle with cancer. But before he died, he said to him, "Promise me that my grandchildren will not grow up having to show papers. And you need to promise me that you will," let me see if I can get the exact quote, because it's really a good quote, and anybody listening to this show should totally respect this.
He went from Hungary to Munich, West Germany.
Yes, yeah, he did. He did resettle in Germany, but where the heck is it?
He had been
Okay, here it
imprisoned
is.
17 times for his political opposition before
Yep.
he fled to the West when he was
Correct.
younger.
So his father said, because he said to his father, we're behind the Iron Curtain, Dad. What can I do? And his father said to him, and this is where it gets good, and this is really where everybody should think about this. You should live your dreams, and you should not dream your life.
Interesting.
Which so many people think about doing and becoming, but they never follow that. I wish I could be this. I wish I had done that. So many people have regrets, and they don't appreciate. A lot of that is this right here. For those of you watching on radio at home, I have my cell phone. How many times now, you guys were just at See Here Now, you said, right? Or you were somebody
that way.
was?
No,
right?
I wasn't able to get tickets, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, all right. I heard you talking about that. But if you look at any of the footage that was posted on Facebook of Springsteen from See Here Now, this is all you see in the crowd.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Nobody is
It's like every
watching
concert,
watching the actual concert. They're watching everything through the lens of a camera.
Yeah.
Get into life, man. Put that crap down and get into reality. Come back to reality. Does that make sense? I mean, he goes on to tell me how he went on to tell me how he was 22 years old and he was the leader or the voice, a voice, if not the voice, was his exact quote, of the resistance and opposition to Russia.
Wow.
He said he almost got killed. He made it out of the country through a tunnel.
Wow.
And when he got to the resettlement camp, the American GI that was there in Germany looked at him and said, now that you got freedom, what are you going to do? He said, I'm going to start a band with Al Di Meola, Ian Anderson, and Jack Bruce. And he said the guy looked at him like he was crazy. And that's what he did.
Yeah. That's true.
So life is short, man. Make the most of it. Yeah, that's all I have to say. That's a public service announcement brought to you by your Uncle Dan
And Leslie Mendoki.
and Leslie Mandoki, or as we affectionately know him as the Mandalorian. I started that whole conversation by saying to him, last time I left you, Leslie, we were sitting in the Princetonian Diner on Route 1, and he's like, oh, I remember that. You and your producer. I said, yeah. He goes, oh, that was a very nice time. That was a very nice time.
I was. It was funny.
He's a super nice guy, Leslie. But enough of that. Rock On Radio is brought to you by O'Connor's American Bar and Grill of East Hampton, Mount Holly, New Jersey, the official caterers of Rock On Radio. Phoenix Art Supplies and Framing, located on Route 611, otherwise known as Southeastern Road in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Jenny Schaefer and Chuck Schaefer, or Jenny is the proprietor.
Yes,
it is her
she
business,
is.
and right now they have a special $40 off $200 or more of framing to celebrate their 40th anniversary.
Yep.
Which
Years
I
and
believe
been-
that runs to the end of the year.
Probably.
So
Yep.
that'll be that. Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation, which we are card-carrying members of.
We are.
I don't know if I told you. I think I told you this. I was asked by John DeMacco to co-MC an event with somebody
Yeah.
from WRAT
That's kind of cool.
at DJ's on November 9th, a benefit for veterans.
Nice. Very
So
good.
we'll be doing that as well, or I'll be doing that. I don't know if you're coming along with me,
have
but
no idea.
I'll be doing that. It's a Saturday, November 9th at DJ's. Asbury Park Vibes. Doug and Diane are fabulous people. They have a fantastic podcast. Diane and I will, from time to time, commiserate about certain subjects in the music world. So
Like that.
we're on the same page. That's why we
Get along so well.
we get along so well. That's why they are our sponsors. And I still have a key.
I know. And the next Christmas Spectacular is coming back around.
That's true. You want to go do this at Asbury Park Vibes? I got the key.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Let's go.
That's a good spot.
There you go.
For one out of the other.
Before you drove out here
I wish you'd have told me before I drove out here.
to the hinterlands. No, but they have a great podcast. They do websites and photography and press releases for bands and entertainers and solo artists. AsburyParkVibes.com. Dee Dee's Lights, the official chandelier of Rock On Radio. She's just hanging around.
She's a Chandler, and you know it. You
Is
just like
it
calling
Chandler
her
or Chandler?
potato,
And now you got to
potato.
think about it. Anyway, she made the candles for the 15th anniversary of Rock On Radio, which took place at Salty's Beach Bar back in April. I do have some Rock On Radio candles left. The end of the year is coming up,
That's true.
so we may be able to distribute them
Okay.
thusly.
Ho, ho, ho. You're going to be Santa?
Oh, man.
Maybe.
We could be the elves.
Dee
You
Dee's
dress
Lights.
in red, so.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with Strawberry Pie? The band Strawberry Pie?
I don't think so.
You're
No.
down that way a little
I know humble pie.
Yeah. You got to know that.
That's Dee Dee. Dee Dee and Laura Johnson, who is in the Sheepherders, the Moroccan Sheepherders,
Okay.
and
Okay, I heard that name. Yeah.
Andy Russo. They make up Strawberry Pie. Dee Dee, though, made the candles for the Rock On Radio show. Check her out on social media under Dee Dee's Lights. Old Heights Brewing Company, the official beer provider of Rock On Radio. Located on West Ward Avenue, directly behind Randy Now's Man Cave, which is at 119 West Ward Avenue. They are directly behind there, and they are the official beer provider of Rock On Radio. New Jersey Stage, where you are probably listening to this show right now on the Penguin Rocks. If not, you could do it there or decoentertainment.com. Since we are currently in the 2-track studios, kind of makes sense to have it on this very fabulous site.
That's right.
As well as the Penguin,
Always love
which is all part of New Jersey Stage, where you can read my article about The Mandalorian, which is currently online.
Nice.
Correct. So, Sinister Footwear, sinisterfootwear.com. Go to sinisterfw.com. Check out the crazy socks that our girl Tina has there in her collection, and they are fabulous. Fantastic and fabulous socks. Use the promo code DCR and you will get 10% off. Just like Monkey Coat Coffee. Go to monkeycoatcoffee.com and try any of their fantastic artisan coffees like bourbon chocolate chip, golden honey agave, toasted coconut rum, Peruvian Floridian, cigar blend, and
Besides chocolate with undertones of peach.
peachy chocolate,
Yes.
and the Sumatra.
But I don't know if they have any more cigar blend because you probably bought it all.
Who?
You.
Oh,
I think they were pretty much out of that.
I had to use my own promo code. Use the promo code
Was for free.
DC Rocks 10, and you'll get 10% off your order there. And for every order you place, Matt, the great Matt, will make a donation to the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation. Cigar Beauty. Go to cigar.beauty on Instagram. See Holly. She is the purveyor of the Crown Majesty cigar line. They're fabulous cigars, by the way. And go to follow her on Instagram, cigar.beauty. Make sure you tell her Rock On Radio sent you, so that she sends me thousands of cigars. All right, maybe one. But she gives tutorials on how to do everything from cut the cigar to light the cigar and different vans, and got pretty excited about the cigar over there.
Take a sip.
Right? Oh gosh.
Wait till we get to coffee.
Whoa!
We're really excited. Jersey Boys coffee, cigars. Forget
All right.
about it.
That's it. We're good to go. Who am I missing, Claire? I know I'm missing a couple. You could tell me.
Did you do Lilla Pies?
Oh no.
I know. You I can't believe Jen is gonna disown you. You're the butcher. We have a baker and a candlestick maker.
I'm the butcher. I butcher this show every week. You're right. Lilla Pies of Princeton, located at 301 North Harrison Street inside the Princeton Shopping Center. Jen makes all sorts of hand grenades of happiness, and we eat them till we explode. And I hope I explode soon because I can't take any more expansion. But her sourdough products are off the charts. The
unbelievable.
sourdough English muffins and
The
bread and the Lilla Pies. She provided the desserts
She did.
for the 15th anniversary
They were
party
very good.
back in
And
April.
donuts, yeah.
Yeah, true. True.
Very good.
That's it, right?
I think Sandy Hall.
Oh, Sandy Hall Music. That's right. Sandy just put out a brand new album called Full Circle, and it's fantastic, like Sandy. And you can go to sandyhallmusic.com and see what it's all about.
Sure.
The Josie Award should be coming up for her at the end of the month, I think.
They were posting something about it, too.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Well, that's that.
That's right.
Now, our guests this evening,
Woo-doo-doo.
I know absolutely nothing about.
Well, you know their name.
I do?
You do.
All right.
And you know their names because you know their name.
Yeah.
That's right.
You guys got that?
It's easy.
Sure.
It's easy.
Welcome to Rock On Radio, Dave and Tom of the DT.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you guys for having us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's really great to be here.
You've been a lovely audience.
That's right.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Now, I overheard Claire telling you before we started.
Eavesdropping.
Well, actually, before we do start, how could they find out about us? Forgot about us.
You forgot about us. The
Yeah, it's typical.
DCROR.com, which is the short link for Danny Coleman's RockOnRadio.com.
Facebook.com/Dan Rock On Radio 2.
Danny Coleman's Rock On
Danny
Radio.
Coleman's Rock On Radio 2. Twitter and Instagram at Rock On Radio, all one word, all capital letters.
Maybe you need that beer.
Where is that beer?
Walk on radio.
Ask me, Wabbit.
Wabbit season.
Yeah.
So,
Welcome, Wave and Wham.
what's up, Doc? So, I overheard Claire saying that we, and by we, she meant
Me.
Me.
Not you.
Me.
Not you. Me.
You?
Me.
Yeah.
Who?
What depends
On
on what you're going to
first.
say.
How, and by we, she meant me. Do very little
Oh.
research.
Right.
Yes.
And I do that on purpose.
Okay.
Not because I'm lazy, which I am, but because
Not that at all.
Rock On Radio was designed as if we happened to bump into each other at a wedding reception, a christening, a backyard barbecue.
Right.
Who do you know here?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, no, when you go to those things, inevitably you hear somebody talking about something that you can relate to.
Right.
Yep.
So you either sit there and listen quietly, or if you get the chance, you will interject something. And so many times you find out, especially with music, because music makes the world so much smaller. And so many times when you do interject, it turns out, oh, yeah, I know that guy. Oh, yeah, I saw that band just last week. Oh, yeah, I know her.
That's it.
And then you begin to speak, and you find out things, or not, about certain people. Now, case in point, Alexander Simone of Who Dat
Yeah.
crew,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Alex sat in here for an entire 2 hours. And, we've seen him, and he has yet to tell me that his grandmother was Nina Simone. Okay? So he kept talking about his grandmother, and stupid me, I didn't put two and two together. Now, if I had researched that, maybe I would have known. But obviously, he didn't talk about it, so maybe he didn't want it known.
Right.
Yeah.
So it all kind of levels out.
I like
Keep
that.
telling yourself that. No.
Correct.
But
that's
I,
why-
on the other hand.
So when Claire and I went to the private screening of the Jersey Sound several months ago, she walked up to him and said, hey, Alex, and then kneed him right in the crotch because he did not divulge that
not.
information.
Don't you say that about me.
It's like, wow.
I would never. Yeah, right. I guess don't mess with me. I don't know.
Gotta be pretty transparent here, I guess.
That's a terrible thing to say. I never would do that. As much
With
as they
everybody
not
around, you're right.
No, I would never.
No,
I live in a family of girls, so
that's true.
I had older
don't-
brothers that would have not let me do that. Hurt me very badly. I learned at a very young age not to laugh about those things.
See, I never knew she had older brothers. See, I let her talk, so see what happens.
Serendipity.
Yeah, there you go.
So tell me about the DTs, man. One of you are from Union County, and one of you living in Asbury Park. Are you from Asbury Park and from Union? You know, what'd you have for breakfast?
I was like
I
waiting.
I listed them all, so we'll get.
Oh, don't even get me started on breakfast. Actually, that was a nightmare. But we're originally from Union County. We're both from Springfield. Tom is still living there, and I recently, not so recently, like 2 years ago, maybe a little over that, I moved to Asbury Park.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where about? What section of Asbury?
I'm right on the cross. The cross street is Asbury and Heck.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a really good spot, honestly.
Nice,
Like
yeah.
Stella Marina is a 2-minute walk. The beach is like a 2-minute walk that way. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, his porch is a Porch Fest porch.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
That's a prime location for.
Right.
That's coming up too, isn't it? Or is it today?
The
It's coming up.
28th. we're
Yeah.
playing.
28th. Yeah. So it's
28th,
next
yeah.
Are
week.
you guys playing Porch Fest?
Yeah, 6th Ave.
On your
Just
porch?
got-
600
Oh, no, somebody
6th Ave.
else's
Yeah.
porch.
It'd be too convenient.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, he walked down in his pajamas. Probably.
Wait a minute. Doesn't Vargo organize that?
He
Yes.
does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he
Dave
still
does.
organize that?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's great.
And he took you off your porch and put
He
you
took me off my porch.
But did he know
Oh,
it was?
get him on the phone right now.
You want me to? I can do that.
We had the
You know,
bar.
you guys made me drive out here. I can't get on my own porch.
He's so nice.
Yeah, it's poor Dave. Actually, Joe Weimer just posted that she's gonna be. She posted her porch where she was playing too, for Asbury Park Porch Fest.
We got to get Vargo on the phone. Why is they making him?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, call Vargo.
Call him. I'm gonna text him.
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause
text him.
Oh, I thought it was
Text him.
2 for Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. He used to have a show when we had our show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've done that show with
did
him
that
before,
during
actually.
COVID.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
I
He's
love
really
that.
cool.
It's so fun.
You got that thing? Maybe we should plug him in and talk to him.
It's for you. I can't plug that in for me.
All right, you give that to
Sure.
me then. We'll
Do you
call
want-
him
I'll
and talk to him.
text him first. Let me text him.
Text him?
I'm going to text him to see if he wants to come on.
Ruins the whole
FaceTime him.
element of
FaceTime him. Say it to my face.
Well, he doesn't have FaceTime. That's the worst part.
Oh.
All right, let me text him.
Him and Dana are probably enjoying a nice glass of wine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, all the more reason they're
Yeah.
inconveniencing him.
Yeah.
He's inconveniencing you.
How do you like it? You know,
Right.
it sucks, right?
Dave has to walk 3 blocks.
So
Yeah,
is this
making
your-
me work.
Exactly.
And you know what his answer would be? You're young.
Yeah,
That should be his
Is
answer.
this
It's
your,
good for you.
yeah,
Is this your first Porch Fest, or have you guys done it before?
The
No.
4th, maybe?
yeah.
Third or
Well,
fourth?
we've done. This is our second or third time doing the Asbury one, and we've done Cranford Porch Fest one year, which was really cool. And this year we're also doing Zeke Dental Jam, which I think like coincides with like Red Bank Porch Fest.
Yeah, it's
So-
part of Red Bank. Yeah.
Zeke Dental.
Zeke Dental Jam. You get a free root canal
You get a
after
free
your
dental-
set.
We're giving out
You get a free dental
jams
cleaning
at
after
the
your
dental
set.
jam.
Dental cleaning, maybe.
Yeah.
I'd go for the free root canal, though. Cheaper.
Right next to the stage. It's just-
All right. So you're both from Union County, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Tom still lives there.
Yeah.
All right. Tom still lives
And we
there.
practice there.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Now you're an acoustic duo. Are there other musicians that are involved when you do live shows, or?
Yes, yeah. And, you know, it's funny. This year, I feel like the percentage of our shows that are with our full band has been a lot more than acoustic duo. When we started, it was just the two of us, and people kind of, I think, thought of us just as an acoustic act. And that was the case for about a year. And then over the last, 2.5 years, we have a backing band. So
Ooh,
that's
nice.
been fun. So a lot of our shows are with our band. We have a bass player, a keyboard player, and a drummer.
Yeah, like we mix it up. We still like do acoustic duo shows. Like we have one this week
Yeah.
that we play all the time. But yeah, like that's how we started out. And but like the songs that we put out were full band. And we were like, all right, maybe we should get a full band.
we know enough friends.
We're not gonna have like an 808 drum machine. Like maybe. I mean,
So now you say that. Now, how many CDs do you have out?
0.
We have 2 EPs and bunch of singles off those, and then no full length. We've been just releasing singles really the last 4 years since we started.
Now, is that because that's the trend today, or because that's just something you guys wanted to do?
I feel like honestly, like we've talked about it. Like we just feel like that's like the direction like we want to go in, and because we would love to like release all these songs that we have written. But number one, it costs money. You got to go in the studio and do all that stuff. But like, we also want people to be able to like digest our material and like release it where, someone's gonna actually listen. Yes.
Well, where we'll get to that in a minute. But, where did you record it, or was it home studio?
Yeah, our first batch of songs we did in my basement where we practiced with our full band. So it was just like kind of a home studio thing. And then we started recording with our friend Joey Papa, and he has a studio called Sonoma Beach, which is in Clark. And then we just recorded a live EP at Lake House in Asbury.
Nice.
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
John
cool.
engineer it for you?
It was actually Nick. He's
Okay.
I forget his last name. Nick S.
Yeah, it starts with an S. I don't want to butcher it. It's like me or something like that.
Yeah, we're going back there in December too for some new songs.
Yeah, but that was really cool because like with that we played some songs that we had put out on the first EP, which as we grew our full band, we had always thought like like these songs have like taken on such a different like a life of their own, like new perspective. And we talked about like recording them back in the studio, like re-recording them, but then we had this live session come up and we were like, this is like the perfect opportunity to like release them with like the full band vibe that we do live.
Nice. Cool.
So who are the rest of those in your band?
Yeah, we have a rotating cast. A lot of them play in their own band. So on drums, James McIntosh, he plays with Bobby Mahoney. So James plays with us a lot. And then on bass, we have a few people. We have Matt Responti, who plays with Foza Fern.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, I
Another
thought
Matt.
I didn't recognize that name.
Yeah, and we have Rob Jennings, who is a singer-songwriter in North Jersey. And then on drums, too, Joey, who recorded us, who we mentioned, Joey Papa. He's played drums. And Frank Lettieri, who used to be in the Paper Jets.
Paper Jets.
yeah.
Yeah, I know Frank.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes for us, too, and he used to play live with us. And then on keyboards, we have Joe Santoro, who he's young. He's younger. He's like 23, I think.
25.
Okay. But he's like a keyboard wizard, we call him. And he has this long hair, and he looks like he's in like ELP or like Yes or something.
Like me.
Oh, yeah. Keep dreaming.
If I squint.
Yeah. Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
So it's like a rotating cast, and it's fun because they have their own interpretations of the songs. So, different gigs, it's like we have different flavors of our songs. So it's fun. It keeps it exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, excellent.
Awesome.
If you're just tuning in, this is Rock on Radio. I have the DTs in studio, Dave and Tom. Why don't we do some music?
Cool.
Sounds good.
What you guys both have your guitars here,
Yes, we do.
or we can,
Play one-
we
play
have
one,
you guys sent us
Memorex.
music, whatever you want to do.
Yep. You pick.
Wait, what was the second option?
I can play those. Any of those songs you sent me.
Maybe we'll play one.
Yeah,
Like
I'm down
us.
to play
Are
one.
you down?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's all right.
I mean, what song? You feeling anything in particular?
Maybe Cherry.
Okay.
Okay. But that's like your new signature one, right?
That's
Coming
the
out.
new one. Oh, it's
Yeah.
out. It's out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
When was that released?
August 9th. I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Now, is this your original tune or like a cheesy Neil Diamond cover?
Well, Neil Diamond was a big inspiration for it.
There you go. You no doubt have watched Saving Silverman.
Oh yeah. I love that movie. He's the star of the show.
That's a classic. A cinematic classic, Saving
With
Silverman.
Jack Black. Yeah. That's right.
Amanda Peet, Jack Black,
Yeah.
Neil Diamond.
I love that movie.
What the heck was the blonde actor's name in that? Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
she's in a lot of stuff.
Because, he is in a lot of stuff, and for the life of me, I can never remember. And the drill sergeant from
The coach.
Yeah, the coach. He did the mail call, roll call on the History Channel, and he was in that Vietnam movie, not Platoon, the other one. Full Metal Jacket.
Was he the sergeant?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know the guy.
I like you, boy.
Amanda Pete.
I said Amanda.
You did? Oh, you said the blonde.
Blonde actor.
Oh, actor.
All
right, Cherry.
All right. Here we go. This one's called Cherry.
Ready?
All right, ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. I should have known better. And you should have had the time. And cherry flavor bubble gum, and cherry flavor on your tongue, and gin and tonic. Forget myself tonight. And tonight, oh tonight. Oh, tonight I'm on a 7-day weekend I can't regret. We've been working this 9 to 5 all life. Did you ever mind? Cherry flavor bubble gum, and cherry flavor on your tongue, gin and tonic. Forget myself. Forget myself tonight. Oh, oh yeah. And I should have known better. And you couldn't feel better. And I don't want to remember. Cherry flavor bubble gum, and cherry flavor on your tongue, gin and tonic. Forget myself. Forget myself. Forget myself tonight. Tonight.
The DT's here on Rock On Radio.
That's so fun. Oh my God, I
Thank
love that.
you.
Quick little ditty.
Awesome.
That's right. 2 minutes and out.
There you go. Are all your songs that way, or?
No, not all of them. This one's particularly like short. We tried to pack in like everything in a very tight, kind of like
Quick 1-2.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bobby Mahoney, kind of like Summer.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So, all right. Now we went back to the beginning. You guys are both from Union County. So how did the band form? I mean, how did you realize you were both musically inclined?
Well, Tom owed me a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot. Couple grand.
No, well, like we were saying earlier, we're both from Springfield, so we went to the same high school. So we grew up together, and we've known each other for so long. Like I remember growing up and going to see Tom's cover band at like a local Irish dive bar, which was so much fun to me. And then it was just like during the pandemic, we were in several other projects together, and we were like, hey, like, do you want to do another one? So he had some songs, I had some songs, and we just started playing out. And then we were like, yo, let's put out some music. And it just kind of like blossomed from there. But it's like basically what happened, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's the condensed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've known each other for so long, and then we've been playing music now probably more than 10 years together.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Our last project, we used to tour a lot, and we traveled, and we started this 4 years ago during COVID, so the perfect time to start a project.
Yeah.
He had a lot of songs, I had a lot of songs, and then it was like writing together was so easy. So it's and then the last 4 years, I mean, personally, I don't want to speak for you. I've been having so much fun. Like, it's flown by. Like, we've been doing this for 4 years now. It only feels like a year. So,
Yeah. No, same. I mean,
yeah.
you better not speak for me, but yeah. No, I feel the same way. Yeah, we just have so much fun all the time, and even in the beginning of our of the formation of the band, I feel like we like quickly realized that like we felt like our voices like blended really well together,
do.
like when we harmonize. So we were like, hey, like let's
Sounds
maybe do something, you know?
A lot of practice on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
we still do, but yeah, that's kind of been like our signature.
Yeah,
kinda thing.
yeah, I feel like
Just
that's
like
like
harmonies a lot.
yeah.
So we love the Everly Brothers.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
You could kind of hear that. That's
Mhm.
kind of cool. Yeah. So the name is interesting. So the double meaning there is
Yeah.
it. Was it intentionally funny? Like, were you doing it to be funny?
It's like our original name like wasn't that great. It was Dave and Tom Music. We were like,
Sam and Dave.
yeah,
got that
you
one
know,
locked
like
up.
so my girlfriend's dad was like, you guys need a better name. How about the DTs? And he was the one that suggested it actually, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna steal that. And that's our name, and it works kind of like so well because those are like, you know, the initials of our name, and it kind of still like holds true to like the original name of like Dave and Tom Music.
Yeah.
So it's like the DTs, like Dave and Tom. So
Yeah.
You could have just called yourself Datum,
Or yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, we could have.
which is better than like Todav.
yeah.
Right.
Should we change names right now,
Yeah, we
like
might
live?
change names.
Yeah,
Thank you, Danny.
yeah.
No worries.
All right, we're gonna steal that too.
That'll get you on Porch Fest.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
And then with the name, a lot of people refer the condition. You know, they're like,
Yes.
"Oh, you're," and we
A bunch of
always kinda-
alcoholics.
Yeah,
we
they're not wrong. I mean,
I just think of it like, oh, we like catchy music. So if you're addicted to something,
There you
so
go.
we
You
love,
get the
like,
shakes.
That's right.
Not listening to our music.
Don't withdraw from our
Yeah.
music, please.
Stream. Give us that 1/6 of a cent.
yeah,
So you said you have 2 EPs.
yes,
How many songs on each?
Well, the first one was the one that we put out during like the pandemic, and then the second was like the live EP where
Yep.
there was like different interpretations of those songs that we had already put out.
Oh, cool.
yeah. So there was
previously.
4 on the first, and then 4 on the Lake House one,
Yep.
and then we have a couple singles in between those too.
All right. Now, what I'm going to do here is
Oh,
I'm going to
You've only known him how long, and you know that that's the-
drop and give me 20.
now, in all seriousness, my father was in the Marine Corps
Oh wow!
when I was born. So therefore, I was born on Paris Island in Beaufort, South Carolina.
Wow.
So
drop and give me 20.
Prove it.
That's right.
these days, I just drop and lay there.
I'll drop to the couch.
But exactly.
That's what we do too.
yeah.
But now, okay. You had mentioned something earlier, Dave, about giving people a chance to pay attention
Yeah.
to your music. It's going to sound like a really screwy statement, but hey, welcome to Rock on Radio. Define people.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is other than friends and family.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay? Because and here's where I'm going with this. I remember when the pandemic hit, I had just begun a brand new blues radio show on a couple of FM outlets, terrestrial radio, online, both. And the pandemic had begun, and I began at the beginning of January. 2 months later, I was thrown out of the station because it was shut down. So now I have time to sit online and watch what's happening.
Right.
And I saw at first, my first thoughts were, oh, wow, that's really cool. They're doing a live stream. Oh, that's great. Then a couple of weeks go by. Oh, look, they're doing a live stream. Oh, look, they're doing a oh, look, they're doing. And it just became
From my couch.
right. And I discovered several things from that. Number one being a lot of people need to control their cats. the second thing is a lot of people need to clean up their kitchen. And the third thing is that it was like white noise after a while. And all this baloney with the virtual tip jar and blah, 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 right? So
It happens.
It's like,
It happens.
I know.
I mean, and that's by all means, you're trying to make a living playing music. I get it.
Of course, yeah.
But, and I didn't want them to stop, but it just became white noise. And everything nobody stood out anymore. There are a few artists that I'd be like, oh, such and such is doing a live stream tonight. Let me tune in. Some of the bigger names in the music industry would do something from their home every Sunday.
Right.
Okay, but they're bigger names. So you get to tune in for $10 or whatever it was and watch them give you an hour-long concert. Okay. Nobody, it's kind of like, that's like kind of like me, but with everybody else, it'd be kind of like me charging you $20 to come on this show.
Yeah.
You'd laugh. I mean, seriously, why would you want to do that, So, and I get the whole basis of trying to keep the music out there and keep going and get people interested. But again, other than friends and family, short of sounding like a Verizon ad, friends and family.
Can you hear me now?
But exactly. So who is it? And with the present state of music, where Claire, what was the stat? Like 400 billion songs are uploaded to.
Well, at one point it was 60,000 a day for Spotify, and then just recently I was corrected because that was before the old studio. It's like 100,000 a day.
Or loaded to these streaming platforms like Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music,
hard to get
Amazon, whatever it is.
The word out, yeah.
So it is a very big struggle for guys like yourself, not old, jaded, grizzled musicians like me, but guys like yourself, to get noticed in today's environment. And you would think it would be so easy. Yeah, point and click, boom, there goes the song. Point and click, boom. Years ago, you had to go out and buy a roll of stamps and put them on envelopes and send a cassette tape to like college radio stations.
Right.
And now it's point and click. So who are these people that you expect or want to reach? And how are you going to do it when you have 99,999 others trying to do the same thing?
Yeah.
That's the golden question. I think you teed it up perfectly. You know what one thing that kind of going to your point with the live streams and everything, like we did a lot of that too. I think one element that we've always done a lot of and put a lot of emphasis on and make sure we're having fun is our live show. So I feel like a lot of new connections we make and people that have actually seen us, in a live setting, them telling their friends is still like probably the most organic way. I mean, we do things like TikTok and all that, and it's nice. We get like random people who will visit. We had one video that we posted. It was a funny video. There was 7 million people who watched it.
Yeah,
but none of those people necessarily are buying our music, right? So it's the golden question.
Which was actually the second half of that question. And how does that turn into some sort of benefit, whether it's CD sales or stream sales or whatever it may be?
That's the thing. Like, I have a million thoughts running through my head right now because it's such like a rabbit hole conversation. Oh, believe me. But I think just to kind of try to touch on because we mentioned a lot of points is that I feel like nowadays like we're not just musicians. Like you also have to now be like a content creator. You know, and it's just like I feel like the lines like start to get blurred. It's like even like for myself, I'm like sitting there creating content, and then I'm like, what am I doing? Like I want to play music. You know, I want people to listen to my music. And like nowadays, it feels like you have to like go viral on TikTok and get the following to get someone's attention. Like you're saying, you know, I heard someone not too long ago. They were saying, you know, they have I don't know, like a friend or something that works in like one of those like labels or something like that, and like they won't even consider looking at someone unless you have like 50,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Happened to me.
Yeah.
And it's just insane to think about, because then it's like where's the line of like being a musician versus a content creator? Because, and I'm not like, this is no, you know, diss on like any person trying, because 100% people who do it well, they're amazing at it.
Right.
But it's just like, I feel like even for myself, like I struggle, like I see someone do it, like let's say they go viral on TikTok, and I'm like, are you a musician or like are you a content creator? You know, and then even what Tom was mentioning too, like you can get all those views, but not everyone's listening to your music. Not everyone's going to follow you on Instagram. So it's like all the like the translation is that's the hardest part. Like you can get 10, like we did 10 million views or 7 million views, but we don't have 7 million followers. Right. We don't have 7 million streams.
Right. It didn't point them back to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's so hard. And it's just like what we want to do ultimately, just to kind of answer your question, Danny, is like we just want to have, you know, reach as many people as possible. We want like new fans. You know, we would love to meet new people who are going to be interested in our music. And it's like to do that, you kind of have to create content.
One thing too is like those avenues we found are all through, you know, not having an ego and just being friendly with other musicians, and then you playing shows together, and then their fans who are music fans likely become fans of you. So those are the avenues we always kind of like to hit. We like to play when we host shows. Sometimes we host shows at Crossroads. Like we always have new people we've just met. Like we never try to have the same acts, you know, so we can meet new people, like people who follow them. So it's tough. And then the other flip side of it, I'm just thinking, like, when we used to travel so much, we used to be the complete opposite, the old school of, like, in a van, like, playing so many shows, but people don't go to clubs anymore either. So it's like...
Well, there aren't a lot of pure music clubs left.
That's, I mean, Asbury's lost a few. I mean, the Saint, you know, unfortunately.
Yeah, so we play a lot of duo shows where we'll do like 50% covers, 50% originals, and it's a lot of like not necessarily huge music fans, but people who are just there to maybe hang out at a brewery or a bar or a restaurant. Yeah, and we meet a lot of people through that too. So
yeah, and the thing is, kind of just going back to the content too. It's like we just try to have. I do enjoy making content. Like it is fun, and it's, you know, it's
and
obviously,
it translates. Just to let you know, it translates. If someone even quickly looks at, like when I looked at your stuff, and I'm like, oh, they're so like they're very creative. They're very fun, and you reach like immediately. I did grab it. So,
exactly. Yeah. And it's like, you know, so we try to have fun with it, which I feel like we do, while at the same time like trying to stay true to ourselves. But to even Tom, I feel like you were touching on this briefly, I feel like there's some things that like social media just can't replace, which is like putting on a good live show, like being good at your craft, writing good songs, being a good person, like being able to network with people and like being nice, you know.
Right.
So
that helps.
Remember what he just said, writing good songs, because I want to come back to
that. Because you'll forget.
Yeah, I know I will. That's why I said, remember that he just said that. Now, I'm going to go back to something you said, Dave. You're talking about being a content creator. You're right on the money with that. One of the biggest issues, and Claire and I were battling it out on the way here about this very subject, and she punched me.
I'm very violent. You guys would think I'm extremely violent.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing this.
You come off as, I mean, you're jacked.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you were.
I have a bat. You know, I'm good.
Look at me.
Yeah, poor Danny.
Yeah. I had hair when I started that car ride. She pulled it all out.
Yeah.
No, but in all reality, we were having a discussion about this here. A lot of people that come through these doors, which is kind of, Tom, what I said to you that before we went on air, I said to you, you're welcome to begin promoting your appearance as soon as you leave. because a lot of the musicians that come through here will say, I just, I'm no good at the promotion end. I'm horrible at the promotion end. And then I go online and they make 450 Instagram videos or reels.
Yeah, I'm not that good at it.
And it's like, what are you going to
They
keep
certainly
trying
do
to
try.
get it right? I mean, so, or I'm horrible about the business side, or I'm this, or I'm that.
Yeah.
So, content creation, when I hate to say this because I could see it coming already.
Oh.
When I was your age, there you go.
That's right. Just bring it in.
Back in the dark ages.
Stop it.
When I was your age.
Did they have electricity back then?
Content. There. I can name you a bunch of clubs, but there's one in particular. It's over in New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's called John and Peter's.
Oh,
We've played
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
We
we've
played
there
John
a
and
few-
Pete's,
Yeah.
I've
right?
done a few times, yeah.
Yeah.
Years back, if you were playing John and Peter's on a Saturday, no later than the Saturday before, were you supposed to be there with a poster that you had made or a flyer or something, and so they could put it up in the window, and if you didn't have it there, they wouldn't necessarily,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Promote that they were actually there.
Yeah.
they wouldn't put it up for you.
Yeah.
They figured if you didn't care enough, why should they?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get the perspective, yeah.
So you had to create that content. You had to create. You had to be the one to make your flyers. You had to be. There was no Staples. There was no FedEx office.
It was barely cars.
Oh my God. Now we use
Go down
Canva.
your horse and buggy. You know.
Yeah, I rode my donkey.
That is, I can see that.
It was before the Lambertville Bridge, so I had to cross. I had to
You
ford
swim?
the Delaware
Oh
River.
my goodness.
You
was
had a
before
ferry. The ferryman.
Yeah.
You paid the
On the
ferryman.
canal, that's right. On the
You look at
Theodore
that
Canal.
famous painting of George Washington. He's
right,
rowing the
he's right
boat.
there.
Wait a
Look
second,
close.
that's Danny.
Look close.
The flyer.
Give it a flag.
I was a waiter at the Last Supper. All right. So
He did. He was.
I like that.
did they pay their tab?
oh no,
didn't
but I
tip.
came home with a lot more wine than I started with. But no, you had to be your own content, and that's how you created content. Flyers.
Yep.
There was no social media. There weren't even cell phones. You couldn't text somebody,
Right.
or there was no email list.
Right. Yeah.
And yet, we managed
Yeah.
to put people in the clubs, and
Yep.
we managed because word of mouth. I used to. My first dealings with Asbury Park were around 2005, maybe 4 or 5, and I did a gig there. Now, in all fairness, I was a UPS driver in downtown Trenton, so I used to see upwards of 150 to 200 people a day. So if I told 100 people that I had a gig that night in Asbury Park, and I got 10 to show up, I was ecstatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if it was a local gig, if I told 100 people and I can get 20 or 30 to show up, I was floored. Because people are people, and they're going to do what people do, which is what they want.
Yeah.
For instance, Saturday, Jump Back was at, this past Saturday, Jump Back was at Tavern on the Lake.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I totally wanted to go out and see them. And I totally forgot that they were there. And then around 9 o'clock, now they started at 8 and they were playing till like 10:30 or something. Around 9 o'clock, I was like, oh, shoot, Jump Back is at Tavern on the Lake. I'm too tired. Yeah, because I would have had to get up, shower, and
Yeah.
go. But, so now, though, theoretically, when you can sit on your couch
Yeah.
with your acoustic guitar and crank out 15-second, 30-second, minute and a half TikTok videos,
Right.
why do you think people still struggle with it? And even that, again, you're falling into the white noise category. So how important is social media?
Are you choking? Do you need another one?
Thank you.
He has a mold allergy. He does. It's all these rugs.
Thank God for editing.
Yeah.
How important is it to you guys?
Do you wanna?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. It's important, but like I said, I think we like to balance it. Like, there's a lot of artists I feel like it's fully just the social media, so they only do videos, and maybe they'll play a handful of shows live each year, maybe. But with us, I feel like we still play live so much, and we do that content stuff, and it's usually like when we're rehearsing, or like when we're in the studio, or like when we're writing songs together. So it's like natural. So it isn't something fake. Like we it's not like we get together and then specifically try to make just videos. So
Yeah.
there needs to be a balance, and I think some people put maybe too much emphasis on the social media side, and forget about, putting on a good live show.
A live performance.
Yeah.
Or maybe meeting new people through, going to shows, or, it's.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I feel like I have like a love-hate relationship with social media. Like,
I know I do.
yeah, and I feel that's probably most people, like I do like it. Like I said before, I do enjoy making content, for us, or, even for myself sometimes. And it is fun, but it gets to a point where it is like exhausting, and I have
It's a
found
job.
yeah.
It's a
I
whole
found myself, I'm like, maybe focusing on that too much, where I'm like thinking like, this doesn't matter. And I've definitely had like a few days go by where I'm like, I need a break. Like, I can't even go on Instagram. I can't even check TikTok, But at the same time, I do see value in it, but it can definitely be like overwhelming and very stressful if you're not careful. So like, I think to your point, Tom, you definitely have to have a balance with it.
One thing I do love, and I know this was like a goal for us this year, which we did, was like a live session where people could, if maybe they don't, like you said, want to go to live shows or get off the couch, they could see us live, but it's a live performance, like in the studio. So we did that at Lake House, and I really like that because that'll capture, those people who might not go out to a live show, but it's also like they're hearing like what they'll hear live. So I like those.
I completely, I don't mean to jump in, but like, I completely agree with you, because when we were like promoting that, I know some of the feedback we got, I mean, people were very nice. They're like, this sounds great, number one. And they were also like, honestly, like, not enough bands are doing this, like live EPs, it seems, because I feel like a lot of people just want things like so polished. And if you listen to that, they didn't fix anything. Like, that's what we played. And I'm not going to give it away, but I definitely made a mistake that I always hear whenever I listen to it, but I'm like, it's unedited, It's just, you can hear.
And those are the records.
When you go to a big arena, or you go to somewhere like Madison Square Garden or the Wells Fargo Center in Philly, you think they don't make mistakes?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never notice.
No.
You like,
No.
I love the mistakes in music.
Yeah.
Like, that's the records
That's what makes
we
it
love.
real.
yeah, it's what makes it real. Yeah.
There was a Billy Joel concert I remember years and years ago, like, that was recorded, and he's up there on the stage, and he sung the wrong lyric or something,
really?
and he mouths it on. If you ever watch the concert, he mouths it. He goes, "I know I sung it wrong." Like, he just mouthed it out there, but it's on the people. So people at the concert were like, "Yeah," because everyone was singing along, and he was singing the wrong verse, not them. But it was really funny. But he did mouth it out. I'll never forget that. But he was like, "I know I sung it wrong."
Speaking of music, let's do some more.
Sure. Yay.
What do you guys want to do? Recording, live?
Oh,
All in my head, maybe?
yeah.
Wanna
We'll
put
do a live one. We'll
Okay.
do another live. Talking about all that live, I feel like we got to back it up a little bit.
I'm in tune.
Nothing to prove. Nothing to prove.
Who's the principal songwriter for you guys?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, we type it
You
all.
and everybody else.
We type in what they do all the work for us.
It's like, write me a song.
Remember I said I wanted to come back to something?
Yes, there's the songwriting. Yeah.
People can do that.
People are writing everything from office memos to thank you notes with AI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the photo editing.
We've actually had a couple of people come in here say this is a song that was written totally by AI. I'm like thinking to myself, are you taking credit for it? Because it's kind of
Well, they
lousy.
picked it. Well, they picked that one. We like that one. That's the one we like.
Right. We mainly split it. Like, we both have a bunch of songs. We have so many songs we've both written on our own, and then we write a lot together, too.
Mm-hmm.
And then we sometimes take 2 bits of songs and put them together. So it's all over with that.
Yeah, like Tom like has a bunch of his own songs that we've put out, like worked on. Like Cherry was like, he was like the primary songwriter, and the song we're about to play, All in My Head, was like mainly like my idea kind of thing. And then like there's other songs where we like put them together.
And we like bouncing
completely.
it off each other.
Yeah.
So if there's things to change or,
Yeah, like one of our other songs, You With Me, like that like started, like you were saying before, like he had one idea, I had one, and we kind of meshed them together into something.
A lot of our unreleased songs are like that, too.
Yeah.
Well, that's usually how it works. I mean, if you're a duo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or at least
Yeah.
that's how it should.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
duo songwriters and stuff. I know he does too, but like Squeeze and Wings and Beatles, obviously, and stuff like that. I love like 2 songwriters and sometimes 2 singers.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, they like changes, like a little bit of a change of pace. Yeah. All right. Should we do it?
Yeah.
All right. This one's called All in My Head. Is it all in my head that you don't love me? And my friends hate me. Every time I think about it, baby, is it all in my head that you don't love me? And my friends hate me. Every time I think about it, baby, is it all in my head? I saw you were out last night. I didn't get an invite. Why is that? Instead, you want to send me text, try to get me upset or get even. Or is it all in my head that you don't love me? My friends hate me. Every time I think about it, baby, is it all in my head that you don't love me? My friends hate me. Every time I think about it, baby, is it all in my head? I try to call you out, but you just scream and shout, try again. Something's going on, like I've done you wrong. I think we should stop and talk about it. 'Cause we used to be so close, now you've become a ghost I can't see. Ooh, or is it all in my head? She don't love me. My friends hate me. Every time I think about it, baby, is it all in my head? She don't love me. My friends hate me. Every time I think about it, baby, is it all in my head? Got me thinking about the way things used to be, and now you treat me differently. Got me thinking about the way things used to be, and now you treat me differently. We used to be so close, now you left me alone with nothing but your memories that tell me it's all in my head that you don't love me. My friends hate me. Every time I think about it, baby, is it all in my head that you don't love me? My friends hate me. Oh, every time I think about it, baby, is it all in my head that you don't love me? Yeah, in my head, in my head, in my head, in my
The DT's here on Rock On Radio. Very cool
That
stuff.
is so cool.
Grazie mille.
I love it.
Thank you.
Very cool stuff. So, all right. If I broke into 17-year-old David's house, what would I hear on the stereo?
17.
Then
Okay.
and now.
17. Probably at the time, probably like Nirvana.
Okay.
Loved Nirvana
Are you a
growing
grunge
up.
fan or just Nirvana?
I love grunge. I love grunge. Yeah, I went through like, this whole like grunge phase. Nirvana was definitely my favorite band. Yeah,
Okay.
probably Nirvana. Also like a big blues guy, like total 180 from that. I love blues. And at the time, probably also still loved My Chemical Romance. They're a great band. They
Now
wrote some
you say
catchy
blues.
stuff.
What kind of blues music?
I mean, Hendrix is like one of my favorite guys. I mean, also like the classics like B.B. King, Eric Clapton. I was also like so into like the Delta blues, or, like the Chicago blues, like Muddy Waters, guys like that. Howlin' Wolf, I love all those guys. Yeah, back then, like when I was like 17, I got like, really into like old blues, like recordings, like Robert Johnson. And that's like all I listened to for like a hot minute.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I was just at the Blues Foundation
Oh, really?
in Memphis, and as well as Beale Street
Okay.
in downtown Memphis with nothing but juke joints, and they're still like have the 1950s motif.
Nice.
They haven't done a thing to these
I love
except
that.
maybe put in
Indoor plumbing?
a handicap stall in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I heard some incredible music.
I'm sure.
And the Rock and Soul Hall of Fame, and the Blues Hall of Fame, and the Blues Foundation Museum. I mean, I went to all of them, and it was just, you just sit there sometimes and you're like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know? How about you there, Tom?
I did love a lot of the grunge music too. Like I loved Soundgarden and Alice in Chains, Nirvana. So if I was 17, a lot of that. And then I started. I delved into a lot of my father's like record collection too. So bands I honestly still listen to a lot, but like stuff like Aerosmith and Cheap Trick and Foghat.
There you
I
go.
like Foghat. Thin Lizzy, stuff like that. Rush. I loved Rush. So yeah.
Rush!
Yeah, so like stuff like that, all over the place.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Would you believe me if I told you I've seen every Rush tour since Permanent Waves?
No way, really.
I mean, you said you were alive when there weren't cars, so I believe it.
No, she said
That's
that.
That is true. You can confuse it. Then.
what was your favorite like kind of tour that they did or performance that you saw?
Well,
know
I
it's
saw
probably-
Permanent Waves,
Mm.
which I thought was fantastic.
Yeah.
But then the next one was Moving Pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And for quite a number of years after that, I still were thinking, well, Moving Pictures was still the best tour I've seen. Like Power Windows and
Right.
Clockwork Orange. And, you know, and
Yeah.
not that they were bad. 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't think
sure.
it's possible for them to have anything bad, but just didn't have that energy and that the vibe of the Moving Pictures tour. Then I saw them on the 30th anniversary tour, and they went back to playing the stuff from Farewell to Kings and Caress of Steel and
wow.
And all the earlier
Right.
stuff. And I was blown away because now they always used to play like 2 hours and that was it. 30th anniversary tour, they started hitting the 3-hour mark. And then I saw them, the next memorable one was the 40th, R40, which was
Okay.
their last one.
Yeah.
But all the tours, they just kept getting better and better and playing longer and longer. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. That's
So-
that's awesome. My favorite, I always say, like, and it doesn't really, I don't think, we both like Rush a lot. I don't think it reflects in, like, how we write songs, but they're one of my favorite bands. My favorite concert is still, I think, 2007. I don't know if that's the same 30th anniversary tour, but Snakes and Arrows. That was my favorite show. I was just absolutely blown away, just with, like, the screenplay. They had, like, South Park on, and they had, like, they had like he had the chicken roasting behind him.
Uh-huh.
It's just like
The 30th anniversary
Yeah.
tour, they started that with the chicken and the
Yeah.
washers
Yeah.
and dryers.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what the heck?
the mix of just like the incredible musicianship and then just like the humble like kind of comedy stuff and then the show. It's just I love that. Yeah. So I love
Wait, I want to ask you guys something. Can you help me out? I saw Rush, but I don't know what tour it was.
Did you see it with Kyle?
I saw Kyle.
So
yeah.
that might have been the same show I was the same
the
tour.
at PNC.
Yeah. Yo,
We-
okay. Look
Were
at
we
that.
at the same show?
Serendipity. Because I remember
That's so
Kyle
funny.
and Christian always talking about it. These are friends. From
Friends of
back
ours.
home.
Yeah.
Springfield.
That's too funny. Look at that.
So what was the name of the tour?
Snakes,
Snakes
and
and
arrows.
Oh yeah. Because you mentioned the South Park. I'm like, that sounds familiar. I know they did that, but I was like, I don't remember if they did that the show I saw.
Yeah.
Well, then
But-
they used to do in La Via Strangiato.
I
used
love
to
that
do-
song.
which is an
Oh my
incredible
God, yeah.
instrumental. But they used to do that whole in that midsection. They do that whole Looney Tunes.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which is, I'm sure, some classical music somewhere.
Something.
Yeah.
But
So-
they used to have the Looney Tunes on a big screen behind
Yeah,
Neil
yeah,
Peart. So, what does influence your music? I heard you earlier say, like that first song, the opening reminded me of the Beatles.
Yeah.
That one right there really didn't remind me of anyone, which is
The All
a
in My
good
Head?
thing, I think.
Oh yeah.
You know, but
Thank you.
Yeah, I would say we're both huge Beatles fans. I mean,
Yeah.
people kind of rib us about it, but like, yeah, we're deep in the weeds.
We
with
had
it.
we had one of our friends one time call us the Neverly Brothers. I was like, damn you, that's accurate.
yeah discount.
Yeah. We're like the Walmart John and Paul.
Yeah,
nice.
we love Wings. I mean, what else? We love a lot of stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. I mean, and all the bands, I was saying earlier when Danny was breaking in my 17-year-old house.
Yeah.
All those bands.
Yeah.
He
I
does that.
I mean, I also
Nobody, I can guarantee.
we also I mean also I mean we get this all the time too. We love Oasis. We we do. We love their songs. I'm also a big John Mayer fan. Think he's a great guitar player, great songwriter.
Oasis. Didn't they do When the Night Closes In?
Oasis? I don't know. I'll look it up.
Because the night.
No, not
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Don't you dare.
Yeah, we love like Brit pop.
Slide
stuff.
Yeah.
away. Don't look back in anger.
Yeah,
They do Wonderwall.
We cover "Don't Look Back in Anger."
Champagne.
Yeah, we covered that
Supernova.
song.
All right, now you're gonna make me look it up.
No, right.
Oasis?
Man. Oasis.
There's like a big reunion that they're doing.
Yeah,
They're
They probably need the money.
English rock band.
we'll open for you.
We'll open for ya.
Album and songs. Do.
All right.
All right. Look it up. Did you find it? Did you find what the song is that you were thinking?
Probably Wonderwall.
Yeah, that's like their biggest hit.
Yeah.
They're singles. They had 27 singles. Just saying.
All right, never mind. Wasn't Oasis.
No, I was going to say.
It was Secret Service.
I like that name too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think a lot
So-
of people. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say a lot of people have been like labeling us too as like a power pop band. I love power pop music, but I think we bring a lot of different elements. But people say that about
What's
us
the
a lot.
attraction of power pop?
Oh, I just love the songwriting and the hooks and the having the pop framework, but it's all loud guitars and drums. and we love that. So
Yeah, we saw one of our favorite modern bands, the Lemon Twigs. We saw them together.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they're so good. So stuff like that, like we're like aspiring to.
Now, when you guys go to a show or you go together or individually, what is it that you gravitate towards? Or is there a wide spectrum?
I like the stage presence, like the show they put on, because we like to have fun on stage and move around a lot and stuff. So the Lemon Twigs did that a lot. They're jumping around, doing high kicks and switching
Yeah, they're
instruments,
crazy.
which I like.
That's cool.
Yeah. I feel honestly, I feel like I look for the same thing, like the stage presence, and just I try to like notice if they do anything different live, like versus what the recording is, because I like that stuff when an artist like
Yeah.
changes it or like maybe jams for a minute and then comes back or something. So stuff
And
like
the
Now,
gear
that's how most musicians, when they go to concerts, that's what they do. They love
Yeah.
to see the difference.
Yeah.
Live versus studio recordings.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And like really, do I dare? I don't want to say really good bands.
yeah.
Like, no, I guess it's cool. I guess what I want to say is like when bands do that, I'm like, that's really exciting.
Right.
Well, it shows their diversity, like
Exactly,
their whole
yeah.
scope of what their talent is.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Well, it's
they're not locked in.
Yeah,
their
yeah.
song.
well, it's let's go back once again. Let's go back in time a little bit.
Before electricity.
When when
Four
Elvis
score.
when Elvis Presley came out and began, gyrating and shaking his hips on stage, that was, scandalous.
Oh yeah.
But it was something different. And same thing with all the bands that would perform in the 50s and 60s. Jerry Lee Lewis was scandalous with the way his lyrics and the piano, way he played the piano. Nobody sat there and pounded on a piano like that. Johnny Cash with his, low, deep voice and songs about, Folsom Prison and so on and so forth. Walk the Line. And these things were different and unique. And bands used to get by on what they could or could not get away with on stage. For the Doors, it was Jim Morrison exposing himself in 1960, 68 or 69, whatever it was. So, yeah, I mean, they do that. Then when you get into the 70s and the 80s, the 70s, it was the light shows. The bands like Yes had a revolving stage.
Yeah.
And then in the 80s, it was the laser shows.
Yeah.
And the drummer like
Right.
Tommy
Tommy
Lee,
right?
Tommy Lee.
Suspended.
Tommy Lee would
Yeah.
hang upside down, and they had these sort of things. Everything was a gimmick.
Yeah.
But you went home talking about it.
Right.
talking about to this day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and you went home talking about it. And now, though, bands are so, I don't want to say, it's all been done or before, because somebody will come out with something new eventually. But right now, if I were in a band like you guys, I would put more of an emphasis on what we do on stage. First time, I'll never forget, first time I ever saw Genesis. Phil Collins hit a floor tom and flipped the stick up in the air so high you lost it in the light truss and just put his hand out and caught it.
Whoa.
It was beyond like twirling sticks in your fingers as a
Right.
drummer. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Right.
That's the stuff I still remember to this day.
Right.
So if you can do that and most importantly connect with your audience in some manner.
Yeah.
A lot of songwriters want to do it with their lyrics. That's great, but if your lyrics,
I agree.
We get it.
a lot of singer songwriters write these dowered down, I'm going to save the world, oh please, pity me songs, and it's like, doesn't anybody? I said this on here before. Doesn't anybody write anything upbeat? Now you guys write upbeat material.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
That's
Thank
really
you.
So that gives you an opportunity to
Very much.
connect with somebody in the front row.
Yeah.
Or somebody's kid who you might inspire to pick up an instrument of their own.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly it too. Like that's a good point. It's like there's a lot of bands nowadays that, if they have their lyrics are either very subdued or kind of dark, or their stage presence is very subdued, and that's kind of like the vibe they go for. With us, we're just like, even between songs, like our interplay back and forth, we're always joking about something, or trying to just make people comfortable and laugh and have a good time, because at the end, it sounds corny, but like if you're not having fun and the people watching you aren't having fun, then you might as well just be at home watching Netflix or something.
Yeah.
Right? Or like,
We're also trying to remind the fans that we're people too. Like we get it. You
have a
know,
good
on
time.
Stage, yeah. We're
Yeah.
human.
right.
Believe it or not.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you know, it's that connection, Dave.
Yeah.
What you're laughing at. It's
Yeah.
actually that connection
Yeah.
that, for me, has always separated the bands I enjoy from the bands
yeah.
I could care less.
Right.
It's that ability to look at the people. That's what makes Springsteen so popular. He's like Joe Regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he walks
Yeah.
up and down the Asbury Park. I mean, the time I met him, he walked up and down the Asbury Park boardwalk like nobody bothered him.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce. Hey, boss. Hey, what?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And yet, if somebody did stop him, he would talk to him. He would, and he would. To grow your fan base that way is more important than writing some lyric masterpiece that nobody really can
Right.
understand.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's like maybe you'll get a viral hit from that, but then it's like, what happens after that?
Right.
Exactly.
What, did your fans stay? Did you make any real connections with anyone?
Right.
Do you have
You
a
know?
band?
Yeah, do you have a band or just an
'Cause I know
808?
if we didn't make friends and know people out throughout the years, we wouldn't have a band.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you
all
have a good
friends.
group of musicians too that you're part of, which is also important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
too. Your
yeah.
community is
Exactly.
self-sustaining
Yeah.
in your friendships and your music.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a good
Oh,
group
we-
of people.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, let's do some
Yes,
more.
sir. Yes, let's do some more.
More music.
Let's do
More wine.
Hey.
What would you like to do? You want to play one, or I have the couple that you still have here? If we want to hear about bands, do you have one that has a good band sound?
Well, I'd be down to do one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay. I'm down to play again if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can do it. This is your 2 hours.
They're like, listen, guys, we give you 2 songs
You
of a
wanna do,
chance. I don't know about a third.
Sun?
Sun shines down. Should we do an unreleased one?
You could do
Will
whatever
this
you
be
want.
its-
World
its-
premiere.
It's
world
we
premiere?
have it's a world premiere. We have no. Yeah.
We could
You
be your
have no
focus
clue.
group.
Yeah.
We've played it
Just like I have
live
no
a couple
clue.
times in the past.
Should we,
This-
or should we do a song that's released?
I'd be down.
So see, the thing
You
is,
can do both.
this song we literally only have like a home demo that I made on like my MacBook Air with GarageBand.
Well,
Like we
now
did
you'll
not-
have it recorded.
Yeah,
Through
we like have we're trying to go to the studio in December, so like we have like no official plans to like release this anytime soon.
oh, well, this is
So-
kind of like a teaser then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably do
Yeah.
it in December.
Actually, I
And
think
now you have
I'm down.
you'll have a live recording on inferior equipment, and you'll be good to go.
with
Hey.
inferior
no,
musicians.
no, don't say that.
I said the equipment. I didn't say the producer.
No.
She's fine. It's the equipment I got a question.
No, all good. Yeah, this one's called Sun Shines Down. We've been
By
playing
popular demand.
It, been playing it live for a couple months.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of just like started to fall into our set where we're like, you know, yeah, why not? You know,
Require some like drop D tuning. What's going on there?
yeah,
You guys practicing the ancient art,
uh,
ancient Chinese art of tuning.
Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. This one's called "Sun Shines Down."
The DTs. One, two, three, four.
I'm standing on a corner, feeling the cold wind and rain. Something's on my mind, weighing on me all damn day. But when the sun is shining down, it shines on me. Standing on the corner, nobody knows my name. The man is down my neck, will I go or stay? But when the sun is shining down, it shines on me, yeah, 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 yeah. Shines on me, yeah, 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 yeah. Shines on me, yeah, yeah, shines on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't know, I only know how to be. So I'm gonna running to go get paid. Something's on my mind, weighing on me all damn day. But when the sun is shining down, it shines on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 And I don't know, I only know how to be. Shines on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Oh, and the sun shining down. Oh, and the sun shining down. It shines on me.
The DT's here on Rock on Radio.
Woohoo! Love it. That's so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
When they did the first song, they played live.
Cherry.
Yes.
Yes.
And the second one, a little bit. But this one sealed
The deal.
the deal for me because they have such a striking, eerily striking, resemblant sound to Glover and Kilday.
Oh, really?
Their voices, I'm sitting here listening to this in the headphone, trying not to
Those
even
are
look
his
at
original front men for his band when he was a kid.
And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
listening to them.
man.
And Joey, if you are listening to this, because I know he does from most times, I'm listening to them, and I want not even looking at them, and it's as if I can see Tommy and Joey sitting in them seats.
That's
Which
a huge
isn't
compliment.
the way your vocals harmonize and everything together. You two could be. I'm gonna have to see if I can pull
I'd love to hear it.
pull something up
Yeah,
for you
please-
guys.
I would love to hear it
That's
now.
cool.
to
Yeah.
listen to it,
That's
but
cool.
Yeah, you have to send it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks.
but it's wow, that's
Very
great.
nice. Nice.
Thank
And,
you
and
very
like I
much.
said, you're writing
Thank you.
upbeat stuff, which to me I think is fantastic.
Thank
Did you revisit your question about songwriting? Did you ever go back to that thought that I was supposed to remind you about?
Yes,
You
That was
did.
good.
Okay, good. I wasn't
about
sure
the AI.
about the AI. Okay, got to. Okay, that was that part. I didn't know what part you were talking about, and I didn't want to fail in my reminding you about songwriting
Yeah.
because I'd hear about it, and then I'd be told I was violent somehow.
yeah, yeah,
And you broke my nose.
yeah. Huh. Like don't when the show's done, I'll show you the bruises.
Aw.
Oh gosh! If you're just tuning in, this is Rock on Radio. I am Danny Coleman. Producer Claire is here.
I am.
We're in the 2-track studios.
Got an ovation. Got a clapping.
I noticed that.
Exciting.
You earned it.
Danny Coleman is here. Oh, you got one too.
I didn't even look. I fully expected booze. Who? Booze.
Oh,
Booze. Did I say booze?
Booze, not booze.
Oh.
Booze, not booze.
Uh,
They are the DTs. No booze.
From the I just was about to say from the Boo Track Studios of Deco Entertainment. From the 2-track studios of Deco Entertainment. Once again, you can hear this show for the entire week on DecoEntertainment.com and thepenguinrocks.com. And after that, it'll be archived, as long as people keep listening to it, on Mixcloud.com/thepenguin.
And we'll be sharing it too.
Yes,
Excellent.
definitely.
Social media.
Definitely.
Nice.
With TikTok.
Excellent.
Check it out.
TikTok.
TikTok.
With TikTok.
Or tic-tac, tic-tac. Tic-tac-toe.
It reminds me of a joke, but I cannot say that on there.
Mute the
Later.
mic.
Good Lord. So, going forward now, what's next?
I'm looking forward to getting in the studio. I know he mentioned in December we have a whole batch of songs that we're working with our band on, and then we the last 2 months have been really busy with shows. So by the time that whirlwind is over, it'll be time to record.
What do you have coming up for shows?
We have this weekend we're playing Medford Fest, and the Weaklings are playing there, and a bunch of other bands.
Nice.
And that's in Medford, the music fest there. 28th for Asbury Porch Fest.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, we already talked about that. And,
I know.
and
He
my
hasn't- he
producer has
hasn't-
failed to get Vargo on the phone.
I tried.
See, if I had just called him, he would have answered. He's probably sleeping.
Well, I said, hey. Oh, he did read it, though. Hey, your name came up with the DTs. Guests tonight on our show talking about Porch Fest. Want to call Danny?
Well, that's where she blew it. Wanna call Danny? Of course he doesn't want to talk to me. Should have said, why don't you give me a call on Danny's phone?
Oh, yeah. He'll know you pick it up.
We have the Porch Fest, like Tom mentioned. Then we have the Zeke Dental Jam.
Telegraph Hill
Ooh.
Records, yeah.
As opposed to a dental dam.
Free dental dams at the Zeke Dental
We
Jam.
can get a free cleaning.
Come
Gotcha.
see us, so get your
Excellent.
root canal.
And then on October 13th, we're playing the Stafford Town Harvest Fall
Oh,
Fest.
very nice.
And then a little ways away, November 9th, we're playing IPO, which is the International Pop Overthrow at the Parkside Lounge in New York City.
Nice.
And what
Very
band is on
nice.
that bill with us, Tom?
We are playing with the Anderson Council and
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Valley Lodge.
Yeah,
Oh,
Valley
yeah.
Lodge.
They've been here.
Yeah.
Anderson County.
Yeah.
Anderson Council's been in here. I'm not familiar with the other
Pete.
band. though.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Pete?
Yeah.
Pete Horvath.
Mhm.
Good guy, good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He writes cool stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah, and we have a bunch of other ones sprinkled in between, but those are we do a lot.
Yeah,
of
those are
duo
like
shows,
acoustic duo shows, yeah.
do some covers.
Where we try out our jokes. And,
Right. We try out our covers and our jokes.
Are you gentlemen at that point now where you're just picking up gigs with like on a bill with 3 or 4 other bands, or do you guys do your solo stuff?
we
Do you
do,
guys just the two of you go into a coffee house or a brewery or?
we do like a little bit of both.
Yeah, we
right?
do. We do
both.
both, which is which I like because we like the flexibility. Sometimes we play with just our piano player, so it'll be the 3 of us. Sometimes just the 2 of us, and then sometimes we have our band. And I like that because it's adaptable to certain gigs or who we're playing with
Yeah.
sometimes, or
Right.
So I like that flexibility, and of course that comes with just extra coordination on our end, but that's okay.
Oh, yes.
Well, you guys just played the Wonder Bar, too, right?
We played the Wonder Bar, I think, in the spring.
Yeah, in the spring. Maybe what you're referring to is I also play with Lou Panico.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lou
Oh, you
was
do?
playing.
Yeah, so I-
Gotcha.
yeah.
Nice. And Natalie.
Lives in
Awesome.
there.
So,
Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe
yeah,
I
so
saw
I
something.
play guitar for him. So yeah,
Gotcha.
so I played
Oh,
Happy
gotcha.
Mondays with him
Okay,
this past
gotcha.
Monday, which that same day we were playing the Rats
Yeah,
radio
the
with
Rat
him.
Radio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
So-
that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for the cancer.
Yes.
enthusiasts.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
When we started our set, they were at 30,000. So hopefully it's doubled or tripled.
Yeah.
We posted today.
Yeah,
about it,
I
so-
don't know who I was saying. It might have been you guys. I was saying this to earlier. Yeah, that guy Gotts, I think his name is. He like lives on top of the billboard for like 5 days,
Oh, that's amazing.
and we got to see his setup. Like he
Got
had
to
a
see
tent.
Gots?
Yeah,
He was
tent.
so hospitable. Like we walked up, he was like, "What's up, guys? Like have a seat." He had chairs. He was like, "Do you guys want a beer?" I'm like,
On the billboard?
"Yeah." I'm like, "You are living my dream."
What's behind him on the billboard, though? Like, is it?
He has a tent.
He
and
had like a
has-
full setup.
He has all their sponsors. and
Oh,
he
wow.
lives up there.
Rock on
He
Radio
was living up
logo.
there. I think he's down now. But.
Yeah, you guys should host up there.
Oh,
yeah.
that would be
Oh.
sick.
Oh, yeah. Sick, all right. Yeah, I'd be sick. I'm
Yeah.
sick.
Oh boy.
I can't even go over bridges.
It
don't-
was shaky
yeah,
going up
no.
it.
Yeah, it was. I
I'm
just
no
didn't
good.
think about it.
I'm
Just
no
drink
good.
just drink a beer up there. You'll be all right.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Yeah. To be unsteady on
Yeah.
top of high up in the air. Yes. Yeah, no. You can.
Well, thanks. I got permission.
I mean, if you want to do it, go right ahead.
Well, see, I would do stuff like that.
I know.
Yeah.
Go. Hey.
It was fun.
I'll
It
wave.
was.
Oh, you'll wave. I
you
thought
could
I'll
follow
wave.
the-
The
Yeah.
stage was next to it. So it was fine.
I'll be on the stage. You go up there. I'll wave.
See, I didn't realize you played with Lou.
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
love him and Natalie are two
Oh,
of my
they're-
favorite
Yeah.
people.
They're
in the world.
so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've become a lot closer with them. Like over the past few years, they've been super
Nice.
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 Because our
Yeah.
old band used to play with his old band and all that.
Which I was going to say would explain your foes of Fern bass player.
That's
connection.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it all connects. It's all
Yes.
like
Sushi with Fern, wasn't that a?
Yeah,
We
we
played
we did
that.
one of
Yep.
those. Yeah,
Yep.
One of the things that I
Made so
find,
much sushi.
well, before I go off on this
Tangent.
next tangent
Yes.
of questions here, how much time do we have left?
You
Producer
have
Glenn?
25 minutes.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
24 minutes.
All right.
Actually.
Okay,
23
all right,
minutes.
I'll only take up
Just
22.
going down.
2 minutes.
I only take up 22
more
and a
you
half.
ask.
Now I forget what the heck I was going to say.
Now we're at 22.
How much time do we have?
No.
You're going off on a tangent.
Do you find
Yes.
that as fantastic as it is that you commingle like recyclables with all the other musicians in the music scene that you're involved in, do you find that can also be detrimental? And let me, while you two are pondering that, as I can see, and what I mean by detrimental is, it's kind of like, you know, after you, because it happened to me in that same music scene.
Right.
I got there, and I just kept meeting new people and new people and new people, and it just kept, and I'm thinking, this is great. Well, then eventually we were out of new people
Yep.
because you had met anybody that you wanted to consciously or subconsciously be associated with on a musical or personal level, and then it became detrimental because you were always asked by certain people, and if you tried to branch out into something new and were asked by the old group, you were kind of put in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, I really want to go here, but I risk losing what's there. Do you find that it's kind of like a dysfunctional family? All's well when everybody's getting along, but when it's not, it can be detrimental.
I don't know. Yeah, the first thought that comes to mind for us is not even like the musicians and the friends we've made. Like, I think that reminds me of what you mentioned more of like, I think we experience that more on like the promoter level or like maybe like a venue level, or it becomes very cliquey, you know, and so I wouldn't say at the musician level, I don't feel that way, but it's at the you know, there's I think there's limited support with like the local artists getting support from venues and promoters to be paired with like bigger artists or things like that. That's, I think, the struggle I see a lot, and it becomes very cliquey. I think the one thing we like to do too is like not just play shows or just kind of be pinholed just in Asbury. We like to meet artists from North Jersey, and we play in the city a lot, and we do like So Far Sounds. We've met a lot of cool people doing that. So you got to meet people in different places. Like you can't just stay
Yeah.
You know?
No, because, and that's why I asked you that, because there are certain bands that I've known or been involved with or don't know, but have followed their progression,
Yeah.
who once they get their fan base in a certain area or a certain spot or a certain venue, they don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh,
Whoa. Uh-oh.
well, Mr. Vargo, how are you,
this
sir?
the infamous Danny Coleman?
Oh, yes. Mr.
Sounds like you're having a party over there.
Oh, Dave,
Always.
it's my show, bud. It's Claire and I are, we're dancing. I was
Entertaining.
dancing on the table. Claire encourages that.
I highly doubt she encourages that,
Yes,
or anybody.
David knows me.
Dave, at the beginning of the program, I have the DTs with me. I have Dave and Tom here.
Dave, hello.
Dave.
Hey guys,
Sup?
Now,
It's Dave.
those guys are trouble too. You gotta
I know.
Oh,
They started the whole
he's
thing.
learned it. They're learning quickly.
well, once again, Claire dared me to call you.
I did not.
Dave, who are you going to believe, me or her, bud?
I suggested we talk to Dave to promote Porch Fest
All right.
and get his perspective.
So I have the DTs with me, David. As I said,
Yes.
Dave and Tom, and they tell me they're playing Porch Fest. Is Dave? You there?
He's there. He's
I'm
listening
here.
to you.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm,
All right.
I'm waiting for your next line.
He's listening. He's
Well,
listening.
I know it's going to be very important. So.
Yeah.
Well, hello, who is this?
Yeah.
So Dave tells me that his porch is very close to,
Is being used for Porch Fest,
and it's being used for Porch Fest.
but not by him.
Yeah, but the issue is it's not by him, and I'm like, wait a minute, why would they remove you from your own porch? And then it dawned on me that you're the guy that organizes Porch Fest. I was like, get him on the phone. What is going on here, Dave Vargo?
And
I
Dave,
didn't even know his porch. I don't. Also I have his addresses and porch sizes. And then I work backwards into this maze of puzzlements of dealing with musicians that can't return phone calls to set up 100 and
Oh,
how many people
gosh.
we have
Bless
this
you.
year? 130,
Yeah.
134 slots.
Wow.
Saint Dave Argo.
Is that how many there are this year? That's
That's again. We just
That's
Danny
awesome.
Coleman. Let me think. Danny Clinch just dropped one, so maybe it's 133, but somewhere in there. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Nice.
wow.
That sounds like fun.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't
so
think
much
Clinch
fun.
is going to be happy with you calling him Coleman. He'll be taking pictures now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I was doing him a favor, man.
So I was like, I haven't talked to Dave in a while. Get him on the phone. Claire, I was just going to call you.
Get
And,
cold.
I was like, he's probably home having a glass of wine with Dana. If you text him, he's going to
can't
just
do
ignore
that.
it. Let me call him and disturb him. But she wouldn't let me.
I did it.
and Dave, we told Danny that we're completely fine walking 3 blocks in our pajamas to play.
I will roll out of bed and walk over.
That is.
I'll scoot over with the scooters.
You poor spoiled musicians having to walk 3 blocks. It's terrible. I know.
It's I'm gonna get my agent on the phone now. Actually,
You
And lucky
guys
you
just
walk
threw
into a
me right
porch
under
that-
the bus there. I'm trying to help you out. And these two just threw me right under the bus, Dave. I'm trying to renegotiate their porch setting so they don't have to go anywhere. And now they throw me under the bus.
Well, they're lucky they're walking to a porch that has a PA on it, so at least they don't have to provide their own sound. So
ooh,
That's
That'd be
good,
awesome.
too.
Yeah, we look.
It'd be
forward to it.
better if I didn't have to walk.
Well, you guys are pretty close. I mean, one of you guys could just scooter each other over.
Oh yeah, we plan on doing that.
So, Dave, when in all seriousness, other than
Tell us about the Porch Fest.
tell us about the Porch Fest, and then I'll
What
tell
are
you
the
about
details?
these two over here.
Yeah.
Well, this is our 8th annual one, if I'm counting correctly. It's going to be our biggest one. We have 27 locations,
Oh.
and I think we've never had more than 23 or 24 before. So each year we get a little bit bigger, and we're oversubscribed as always, and we have many more people trying to play than we have room for. So it's a battle. My email. I have an email that I don't use for anything except for Porch Fest now.
Wow. That's important.
Yeah.
Because I can't use it for anything else, because throughout the year it's just cluttered with, and it's weird. It's like people from like over the country now are like, hey, we're going to be touring through. Can we play at Porch Fest? And I'm like, you realize it doesn't pay anything, right? And then generally that gets rid of 90% of them, but there's still a few that.
That's great. What time does it start?
Kickoff is noon at they're going to set up a stage right outside Asbury Lanes for Danny Clinch. That little lot between the gallery and the lanes, where we've done the kickoff for the last couple of years. And Williams Honor is going to kick it off at noon.
Nice.
And then Music on the Porches starts at 1 and it goes through 6.
Wow, that's
so
great.
Five acts on each porch.
What's the website that they can go to see everybody and where they're going to be?
You're lucky I'm sitting in front of a computer. Please hold.
Me too.
The last thing I ever want to go to is our website.
I tried Googling.
That will lead more to more work on my part, and it is www.apporchfest.org.
Good. There it is.
Yes, we're an org because we are a nonprofit. So.
That's cool. Yeah.
Well, we're musicians. There's never profit.
That is true. That's great. And then people can put their email in to get updates, correct?
Yes. Yep. And that's growing. And, we're on all the usual. I'm pretty sure we're on Twitter, but we're definitely on Facebook and IG. The T-shirts are out and available. And that's the primary way that we raise money for the charities that we give to, which this year are once again the Mercy Center. And a new one this year is a Code Blue at Trinity Church, which
nice.
is also one of our porches. Actually, both of them are one of our porches. Trinity Church has a program that I think it's called Code Blue, that they go around Asbury in the wintertime and the police know to look for people that are cold and look like they're in need of a place to stay, and the church brings them in. They have locations and they house them and feed them.
Oh, that's great.
I need this church.
But it's the only organization in Asbury. There's a few that will feed people, but there's nobody that will give them a place to stay for a night when they really need it. So we thought that was very worthy. And Mercy Center is been one of our charities for 2 or 3 years now. And I don't know, I think they feed 600 people a day or so.
Wow.
So they're just, we joke that, how poor musicians are, but we're actually pretty high up the chain. If you look around town, I mean, it's just amazing how many people are really, really struggling.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's the reason we all do this. I mean, it's great to get paid to do music, but if you can help people, if you can't get paid and you can help somebody else, that's the next best thing.
That's good.
doubt.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
Well, next year I will be handling negotiations for the DTs, David.
He's our manager now.
Oh my gosh.
Dave and Tom, we might have to have a sidebar conversation after this. If you are looking for a presentation,
He's got him in
a little bit
trouble,
higher.
A
little bit higher
sidebar.
than
Now he's
Paul.
taking me to court.
Yeah.
All right, David. Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
glad
you
we got
so
to
much.
get your
Yes.
information in, so that's great.
Yeah. Usually you.
That was the
you
reason,
schedule.
really.
Usually he schedules a time to come in and hang out with us.
He's a very busy man.
Well, wow.
So
Apparently,
so
Claire
busy.
knows you're a busy man. Your schedule.
Well, she keeps track of it.
He's
She's,
organizing all of these people's houses and where they're playing at, and it's the biggest it's ever been. Of course, he's a busy man.
Wow, she's your producer now too. Huh, David?
PR.
Except I had never got up and danced on a table. So
Yeah, neither did I. Don't believe him.
Oh yeah, no, I did.
Oh, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you should see that.
You know how much Claire loves to see me dance.
Yeah.
David.
yes. And Dave and Tom, once you see Danny dance, you will think of nothing else for a long period of time.
It'll be a vision you just can't get out of your head.
I'm grooving as we speak.
Gosh.
Gonna need
Danny and Claire, are
therapy.
you going to make it to Porch Fest this year?
Well, now maybe I can. I don't know. I think the rain date is the 29th, just in case, right?
What is it? October
Yes.
28th
No, September.
or September?
September.
28th. Yeah,
Oh,
next
I have
weekend.
a gig.
On the 20th.
I had a gig. Yeah, I don't have a gig anymore. No, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'll be there.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
Sweet. I mean, you guys are going to know probably 50% of the people playing, if not
That's
more.
true.
So.
If we can walk around with 130
need the map.
locations. Yikes.
All right, David. Well,
Yay.
I got to wrap things up with the DT. So thank you for
calling in.
in after Claire strong-armed you to do so. I appreciate that.
See, I'm just glad my phone didn't run out of juice before we ended the call.
See, I
So-
told you it was quick. That's good. All right, Dave.
So
Thanks,
thank you for your support. DTs, thank you for sharing your time.
Oh, of course,
of
Dave.
course.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us. We're very excited to be playing
Yeah,
Porch
yeah,
Fest
you
this
always
year.
are. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, we'll talk
Excited
to
to
you
have you
soon,
back.
Dave.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right,
All right,
rock
David.
on.
Thank you.
We'll see you, buddy.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I knew he was going to call.
Just have to tag
Yeah.
Dave in our
Yeah.
our link.
That's right.
Now let's talk before we play this.
Back to our conversation.
I'm about to negotiate you guys a deal where you don't have to leave the front porch.
Tom, you got us in
Mike
trouble.
Gill, I dropped the ball.
And you guys are like, oh, Daddy said this. He forced us to say that.
That's what I have to deal with over here. This
I
guy.
dropped the ball.
But you hear how much work poor Dave has to do. So
Yeah, I
I
know.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
He had to create a whole separate email, which
Yeah.
is like, that's good,
That's
right? I mean, like, it's
That's
a
right.
good thing,
No,
but
it
sure,
has
it's
grown.
stressful.
Yeah,
And
how
usually
big it
it's-
is.
yeah,
I mean,
Dave-
I'm looking at the map of everything
Yeah.
all over the place with people walking. Pretty cool.
Do
You're,
we
you're
have
probably lucky that you only
Oh,
have
yeah.
to walk 3.
So I remember, speaking of which, I remember last year when we played, my girlfriend and I, we were like walking around. We like walked to like just check out a couple locations. We ended up doing this huge lap around Asbury, and it was still going. I was like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, I didn't know they had a location there and there and there. There was so many.
Yep. And there's a
It's-
map, so you can go
yeah.
on their website,
Yeah.
the apporchfest.org, and you can see the map of where you want to,
Yeah.
and who's playing there.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Do we have time to do another tune or no?
Yeah, we have 9 minutes, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys want to do live or recording?
I mean, I feel like we've been talking about live like so much, like,
I'm down.
or should we do a recording?
No, I'll play live. I
Will
always
you?
like that.
Are you gonna backtrack?
Well, look what he did to me with Largo, man.
I can't drop the ball twice.
That's right.
You're just tuning in. The DTs are here in studio, the two-track studios of Deco Entertainment.
Either one, whatever you're feeling.
All right, we could do.
You want to do Tina?
Yeah, this one is called Tina, and it's on that live Lake House EP, and we played this one in our live set for like 3 years now.
Nice.
It's become a little staple.
Tom wrote this one.
Dave did all the intricacies.
Who's it about?
It is about my wife.
Tina. Wild guess.
Yeah. Her name's actually Karen.
Yeah, but who wants to call her anybody
yeah, I
Karen
know.
now?
I'm sorry, Tina, if you ever listen to this. I did not mean that.
All right, good?
Yep.
All right, 1, 2.
I'm rolling down a river. I won't leave my feelings on shore for you. Tina, Tina, you melt my heart into love and only you. Tina, Tina, you melt my heart into love and only you. Gonna tell you again, my friend. Tears of silver in your beautiful eyes. You're walking in my dreams. It was a beautiful scenic night. Well, put my pictures on your wall and I'll fade right into you. And if I never love myself again, it will be for you, never for you. Tina, Tina, you melt my heart into love and only you. Tina, Tina, you melt my heart into love and only you. Gonna tell you again, my friend. Tina, Tina, you melt my heart into love and only you. Tina, Tina, you melt my heart into love and only you. Melt my heart into love and only you. Gonna tell you again, my friend. Tell you again, my friend.
The DT's here
Nice.
on Rock On Radio.
Yes. You have 3 minutes.
Ooh, we have 3 minutes. All right. Well, you know what? I didn't ask these guys tonight. We were having such a good time just shooting the stuff.
How to find them?
Yeah, websites.
Oh yeah.
Websites, social
DTs.
media.
Yeah, so we have a website called thedtsmusic.com. It has all of our socials, but just in case, we're also on Instagram, obviously, the DT's Music, YouTube, Facebook, X, TikTok, Threads,
Farmers Match.
Farmers Match. So all those. So it's all the same too. It's all the DT's Music on all socials. So it's trying to make it very
Nice.
cohesive, very consistent, easy for people to find us.
Fantastic. So, what's the end game for you guys?
Rule the world.
Rule the world.
World
with our song.
domination.
Invest in Bitcoin.
And you gotta go to heavy metal. Cookie Monster.
We're gonna start a. We're gonna invest. We're gonna create DT coin.
Yeah, we might.
Nice.
No, but I don't know. I mean, Tom, I don't want to speak for you, but it's just like, I feel like, just keep doing what we're doing and just have fun. I feel like that's like the most important thing is just have fun, write good songs, and just be happy with what we're doing because that's like the most important thing. Because I feel like even if like if you're not happy and then you get this success, like that will just like compound your unhappiness.
Yep.
You know, so it's like I think those are the most important things. I don't know if you want to.
I always look forward to writing, keep writing better songs and collaborating more. I mean, that's what it's all about. And then also just I love playing shows where we can enhance our live show and performance.
Yeah, and the last thing I guess I want to say, like, you know, one of the most exciting things about doing this is like you can plan all you want, but like you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think a good example that happened to us, right? Remember one time, it was like almost a year ago now, we were promoting our single All in My Head, and we messaged a friend of ours who at the time was directing Gaslight Anthem music video. And he was like, "Oh, guys, that's cool." And he was like, "Actually, we need basically like a set of twins." He knows, obviously we're not twins, or maybe we are, but people who look similar for this role in the Gaslight Anthem music video. He's like, "Do you guys want to be in it?" And we were like,
Yeah.
"Absolutely."
Yeah,
Cool.
weird
And if you
stuff.
pause for a quick second, you'll see us.
Now, I mentioned earlier, at the beginning of the show, Dee Dee, our chandelier. She was also the chandelier for Gaslight Anthem. So those candles you buy from Gaslight Anthem were made by Dee Dee's Lights.
Nice.
All right,
Dee Dee.
we got to wrap it up.
Yes, we do.
Gentlemen, thank you so much, man,
Yes,
for
it was a
making the
blast.
trip. It's
Thank you
much
both.
appreciated. Good luck getting home. Very few do. Just thought I'd let you know that now after you've been here. So now I got created content.
Yeah.
Next week we have Denise Miller, probably with her son coming in. She's got a brand new record coming out,
Nice.
and she's coming from Manahawkin.
Ooh.
Yeah, quite the distance.
Nice.
So again, thank you, the DTs, Dave and Tom.
Thank you.
Until next week. Rock!